Hello, I am Tanner Everhart and I am a junior at the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. And for today's connection talk for my ethical communication class, I want to talk about the ethical issues in sports, mainly in regards to contact sports. Sports such as mixed martial arts, football, and rugby are considered contact sports, and these sports have serious ethical issues in them. Now, what exactly is the ethical issue here and what am I talking about? Well, the ethical issue here in contact sports is, should it be okay to even have sports where people are trying to hurt each other intentionally? I do not think that it should be okay to have these sports that glorify intentionally hurting each other. Ethically, it is not okay to try and harm one another with will intent. Sports such as football or rugby, you are trying to run over everyone in front of you with no regard, and in mixed martial arts, you are supposed to punch one another until you knock them unconscious. With this ill intent, it creates a major ethical issue on contact sports, and the way there is no regard for one another is hurting athletes severely and is even killing them in some instances. An example of this comes in the form of a boxer by the name of Pritchard Colon. During a fighting match on October 17, 2015, Colon was in a boxing match when he was struck in the back of the head by his opponent. It created a brain bleed in his head, which has now put him in a vegetated state. Another example of an ethical issue with contact sports has to come from a personal experience. My brother-in-law's cousin was playing in a football game in 2007 when he caught a pass in the end zone and was tackled. What looked like a simple routine play in football resulted in a death. He got up and ran to the sideline where he collapsed and was pronounced dead just a few hours later. These are just a few of the examples of how contact sports is ethically not okay. Now, you might be wondering, how is this worth my attention and why is this important to me? I think for various obvious reasons, it should be important to us because it is hurting people and even killing people. So many of these contact sports athletes, once they're done playing, can have serious issues with their bodies and their minds. And as human beings, we should be compassionate about these people as they have a family just like we do, and we wouldn't want to see our family get severely injured or killed playing a contact sport. To summarize, contact sports provide serious ethical issues. Intentionally hurting one another is something that should not be glorified and should not be partaken in, as it is ethically not okay to try and intentionally hurt anybody. These unethical actions have led to the current rise in severe injuries and deaths in sports, as well as even more issues such as CTE. A lot of athletes who participate in contact sports complain of CTE, which stands for chronic traumatic encephalopathy. This has cause for multiple blows to the head, which can cause a person to have personality changes, aggression, memory loss, and even depression, as it has led to some athletes to commit suicide. With all this on the table, it is certain that contact sports have serious ethical issues and is hurting and even killing people. To further the conversation and the argument over this ethical issue, I asked my audience, why do people enjoy watching these contact sports so much if they know the repercussions that the athlete can face?